Hello, my friends. I'm Bee, and this is Bee's Intuition. And today we're going to do a reading about what exciting new things are happening for the collective. Yes, that's what we're doing. Let's just dive right into it. Please and thank you, Spirit. What exciting new things are happening for the collective? Please and thank you. What kind of exciting new things are happening for the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. What kind of exciting new things are happening for the collective? Please and thank you. Anything else? Please and thank you, Spirit. What exciting new things are happening for the collective? Please and thank you. Switch nails. What? Ooh, exciting new things. Okay, cool. Okay. So the first one that came out was the Moon card. I honestly take that as like Spirit wants it to be a surprise. Or at least one thing to be a surprise. Seven of Pentacles, Hanged Man, and then bottom of the deck, Three of Wands. All right, let's just start clarifying. Starting with that Moon card, please and thank you, Spirit. What is this Moon card indicating for the collective when it comes to exciting new things that are happening for the collective? Please and thank you. Can we just be a few? Okay, let's see what came out. Okay, I can dig. Well then, clarifying the Moon card, we have the Knight of Wands. Why am I saying Knight? I know it's the King. The King of Wands. And the Ten of Swords came out in the reverse, which I like that. I feel like that's indicating that the pain is, I think, healing, because when the card is in the reverse, like if you imagine like all of these swords can just now fall out of his back and then he can start his healing process. So you may have gone through something really painful, but that is healing, I feel. And then bottom of the deck, King of Cups. So two masculine energies here. But they're hidden from you? Maybe they're the ones that went through something painful and they're healing from it. At least this King of Wands, it could have to do with that King of Wands. You know what? I'm going to clarify that King of Wands. Before I do that, I want to see what's underneath this King of Cups. Chariot. Okay, so this person might actually be coming towards you. This King of Cups here. Because the Chariot, that's forward motion, and that's like determination and determined movement, you know? Like they know exactly what they want. So I guess be on the lookout for a King of Cups. Somebody showing up in that sort of energy. Definitely could be somebody that has a lot of feelings for you, very deep feelings. But I'm curious about this King of Wands. Yeah, can you tell me more about this King of Wands? Because I want to make sure that this is not somebody that like hurt you. Can you clarify that King of Wands for us, please and thank you? Can you clarify? That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Okay. That is hilarious. So, clarifying that King of Wands, we have the Chariot. And the King of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Huh. Oh, bottom of the deck is Ten of Wands. So yeah, the King of Wands here could definitely have been dealing with something like some sort of heavy burdens, a lot on their plate, maybe very busy. I mean, I think it's kind of obvious that this King of Wands is competing with this King of Cups. But then there's that Eight of Cups. You know, I'm kind of getting the vibes of like if they see this King of Cups, or not this King of Cups, this King of Wands, if this person sees that there is somebody else coming towards you and very enthusiastically, they may not feel good enough. And so they might like walk away before they give something a proper chance. Because it almost feels like emotional inadequacy is what they may feel. I want to see what's underneath this Ten of Wands. The Hermit. So maybe this King of Wands recently went through some sort of spiritual hermit phase, self-isolation. Yeah, so maybe this Ten of Swords in the reverse is indicating this King of Wands here. Something that they recently went through and they have been healing from it. I'm going to clarify that Eight of Cups though, because I'm like, what's that about? Please and thank you, Spirit. What's that Eight of Cups about? Please and thank you. Okay. Thank you. Interesting. Okay, well, clarifying that Eight of Cups, we have the Ace of Wands. The Six of Swords came out in the reverse. And then okay. I was gonna lift up the deck and then the Hermit came out, so that's gonna be there as well. Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This King of Wands is confusing. You may have gone through a very confusing cycle with this King of Wands. And to describe the qualities of the King of Wands, it's somebody very confident. Masculine energy doesn't have to indicate gender. It's usually just action. Somebody that's like very much in the mode of action. So maybe somebody that's really busy, on the go all the time. But somebody that's like a boss in some regard in their life. They're respected and all that. But it feels very confusing, the energy I'm getting from this King of Wands. Feels like they can't make up their mind about something here. Well, I think they're very attracted to you, and maybe that's something that they would like to share with you. But then they chicken out with that Six of Swords in the reverse, it feels like. It's like they want to come towards you because they feel like it would be ideal for them, a connection with you. But then that Six of Swords in the reverse is like them changing their mind about coming towards you. And I'm thinking that they see this King of Cups and they are intimidated by them, especially with the energy that the King of Cups is showing up in. This is somebody that is, with the King of Cups qualities, again, somebody that's more action motivated, but somebody with really deep feelings and very much somebody that could be expressing those feelings. Also another boss in their own way. Again, regardless of gender, it doesn't have to be a man exactly. It can just be somebody that's in that more motivated sort of energy. I think this King of Wands is intimidated by this King of Cups. And so maybe that's kind of what's making them, like, part of them wants to go towards you, and then the other part is like, no, actually, let me just completely do a U-turn. I decided it's not right, or the timing's off, or I'm not good enough. And then that Six of Swords in the reverse is followed by the Hermit. So I feel like they're trying to overcome any insecurities that they're experiencing. I just don't know if that's happening in a timely manner. And this is all clarifying the Moon card, so it's like this is all happening behind the scenes where you can't really see it. And I think that the King of Cups is showing up in a more confident energy. That is so weird that this person's insecure, but they're the King of Wands, which is usually somebody that's very confident in themselves. But maybe this is somebody that's more confident in the work sphere, because I don't know why, but I keep getting drawn to some sort of work quality about the King of Wands. And so maybe they're more confident in their career or in their profession, and they're less confident when it comes to maybe romance, or putting in action where it matters, is kind of what I feel. Like, or in their personal life. Because obviously putting in effort in your job and career does matter, but in terms of this person's personal life, they are not so confident. And they move very confusingly. This Eight of Swords is starting to kind of shift off. I want to see what's underneath. The Judgment card. They really want to change, and drastically is what I feel. And I think it's probably because they're so stuck in their head. They could definitely feel trapped in a certain situation, or maybe a mentality, or just a way of thinking, maybe thought patterns, inner narratives that they've built up throughout their life. They feel trapped, but then that Judgment card wants to shine through, and it's like they see a rebirth as maybe necessary, especially because, you know, they're showing up here for a reason. So it's like they clearly want something with the collective, and if they're stuck in their head the whole time, they're never going to come towards you. So that rebirth, that significant change for them, would be necessary for them to obtain what they want. And also there could be something about like divine, a divine connection between the two of you. Maybe they feel like you are meant for them in some way, like spirit put you on their path for a reason. Also, I feel this like sense of like, what is it called? Like releasing control and kind of just opening up to spirit and being like, spirit, take the wheel kind of thing. I'm curious what's underneath the Judgment as well. Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, maybe they are working on this. Maybe they're working on their, but that could also be indicating work that they're working on rather than the spiritual stuff. Because like that I don't like, because I feel like if this is what they want, they may just be distracting themselves with work. This could definitely be somebody that's like a chronic overworker, somebody that's like burnt out all the time, and they just never let themselves relax or like really do what they want to do on a spiritual level. That's kind of a bummer. I'm curious what's underneath the, I really want to get more background information about this person. I'm going to look underneath the Eight of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. So they're comfortable with their material world and they cling to it. It could be part of their identity. So yeah, like, I keep getting like boss, so it could be literally a boss in some way. They could be in a boss like position, but it's like they cling to it and they almost use it as an excuse, because like with that Four of Pentacles, it's like it closes them off, those pentacles, because they're blocking the chakras, and they could definitely be using their job as an excuse, as an outlet to distract themselves from the work that they actually need to do on themselves. But the Hermit card indicates that they are doing something. Maybe eventually they'll come into that time of being in the hermit phase. But maybe that hasn't arrived yet for them. I kind of want to clarify that Hermit card. Please and thank you, Spirit. In relation to the Hermit card with the King of Wands, can you tell me a little bit more about that? Please and thank you, Spirit. Tell me a little bit more about this Hermit card in relation to the King of Wands. Please and thank you. Let's see what we got. Okay. The Knight of Cups clarifies the Hermit. So, romance and their feelings for you and their desire to express themselves to you and their feelings, be vulnerable, that is causing them to go through this hermit phase. Or it's like motivating them, pushing them in that direction. So maybe they're not quite there in the hermit phase yet, but it feels like you are a major motivation for this person to do that spiritual work and overcome their insecurities. And then bottom of the deck, the Judgment card. So like this transformation that they crave is like, it feels like a repetitive thought or repetitive feeling, something that they can't get rid of. And so it feels like if they do try to distract themselves with work, that's not going to last. They can't distract themselves forever from how they feel about you and the transformation that they want to take place within themselves. Maybe in their life, maybe it's a transformation of their lifestyle or something something about their life in a major way, like shaking things up in a major way for themselves. But yeah, I mean, they clearly want to express their feelings towards you, and that's pushing them into that hermit phase. So it's like, I feel like they're gonna eventually hit that, it's gonna feel like a brick wall, because it's like eventually they can't distract themselves anymore, and they can't use their job as an excuse anymore. It's like it comes to a point where they kind of have to face themselves, and maybe that's what the hermit is indicating, them truly reflecting, looking, like facing themselves and doing that deep soul searching within themselves. Like, what is it that I truly want here? And it also feels like maybe that the work that they're kind of distracting themselves with, maybe eventually it stops feeling good, you know? And I feel like that definitely could happen, especially if they're using it to distract themselves from how they're feeling and stuff. I'm curious what's underneath the Judgment card. Oh, now it's the Eight of Swords underneath the Judgment card. So maybe they feel like they can't, or they think it's not really feelings, because the Eight of Swords, it doesn't really have to do too much with feelings, but rather thoughts and the way that somebody is thinking, maybe their own perspective of something. And so they could be convincing themselves that they can't go through this transformation, even though it's very possible and it's something that they very much want. This could definitely be somebody that overthinks and also lets their thoughts control them rather than following their feelings, their heart, which is so weird for the King of Wands, because the King of Wands like is very passionate. And you think about fire signs and like how I'm pretty sure like the fire signs like can also be well, they're very connected to the heart space and maybe the heart chakra. But yeah, so it's almost unnatural for this person to not be using their heart. to like help guide them. And maybe that's kind of what makes them feel unfulfilled, is because they're repressing their feelings. They're repressing or suppressing those feelings and trying to avoid being in that heart space. But it's also like, not only are they wanting this transformation, but spirit could also be guiding this person to that. Also, this is all clarifying the moon card, which can deal with the unknown and how that is scary for some people, and fears. So it's almost like maybe they are controlled by their fears, and their fears make them not act, and rather they're so afraid of the unknown that they'd rather just do nothing at all. Interesting. But with that Ten of Swords in the reverse, I feel like maybe they have ended some sort of painful cycle, at least in their life. Or maybe that's coming to a close. Maybe it's not even completely closed out yet, but it's like coming to a close for them. Or maybe their past and their pains from the past are kind of what makes them act and feel and think this way. Okay, let's go on to the Seven of Pentacles and see what that's all about. Please and thank you, Spirit. What's going on with that Seven of Pentacles? Thank you very much, Spirit. Yeah, let's see. Quite a bit popped out here. This is actually really beautiful. What the heck? Oh, there's one under there. Okay. Okay. Clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Star card, the Sun card, the Moon card. So like, that's a lot of like planet energy and like, not even, what am I trying to say? Astrological, or like, there's a word that I'm trying to find. I can't think of it, but maybe I'll insert it if I can think of it when I'm editing. But yeah, like that feels really significant, especially the way that they followed each other back to back like that. But then, yeah, and then we have the Knight of Wands, and that came out with the Moon card. I feel like you are building, you're using your talents, your skills, and abilities in a way that is like very much aligned to your path. And I feel like because this is clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, you are slowly building up something here that is significant, and it's going to make you incredibly happy. And then I think on the other, or like somebody else that is attached to your energy is hiding the fact that they want to come towards you. They could also be afraid of coming towards you, but they're incredibly attracted to you, and it feels like they're motivated. But maybe the timing is hidden. And then we have the Four of Wands and the High Priestess. And then bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. So this Knight of Wands could be wanting the Four of Wands with you, which would be a card of union in that context. But it could also be like they're seeing you celebrating some sort of personal milestone or accomplishment. And like, I really do feel like you're embracing some spiritual qualities within you that are like, I really do feel like you're embracing some sort of spiritual qualities within you, or you're doing something that is aligned to your spirituality or your enlightenment, or just something significant, like something that maybe you were even born to do. Like it feels like a major purpose here. You may also be a little bit secretive about what you're building right now. And I don't think that's unreasonable. Especially because I feel like there's a little bit of a creative way that you're going about building something here that may not be understood by everyone. And so maybe you're kind of moving in secrecy. Well, not even completely secrecy, because that Four of Wands does indicate that you are, if something good happens, you're going to share it, especially with your loved ones. But maybe for the most part, you keep it under wraps because you're like, I don't know how people are going to respond. And you may not want people to project their fears and insecurities onto you and what you're building for yourself. I mean, I really do like your energy here. It looks really promising and really good for you. And now I'm curious what this Three of Swords is indicating. Let's see what's underneath that. Nine of Cups. Well, that's unexpected. It is possible that people are seeing you go from being heartbroken, maybe down and out, like being hurt by many people, many different things in your life, and then coming into a time of maybe wish fulfillment, a lot of happiness and contentment. Also independence, I sometimes get from this card. Because this guy's smiling, happy. He just got himself and these cups. You definitely are building something that is going to be something you can look to and say, I did that. I did that for myself, and I'm so proud of myself. Definitely does feel like sun after the rain. So yeah, it feels really positive. I want to see what's underneath the Nine of Cups. Ten of Wands. Yeah, you may have been struggling for some time, feeling overburdened by things. I mean, it is possible too that like whatever you're building may also require a little bit more from you, such as like maybe you get more responsibilities, but it makes you very happy, so it doesn't feel like they're going to be negative or affect you negatively. And then underneath that is the Knight of Pentacles, which is, you know, slow and steady wins the race. And so maybe that's like something too, is like remembering to pace yourself, especially if you are just starting out with something, or you're just now getting into success in a certain area of your life. It might be good for you to remember to pace yourself, take time to rest. You don't have to go from 0 to 100 right now. You can take things step by step. You know, take small bites. I don't know why that's the phrase that's coming to mind. Like, you don't have to do it all overnight, and definitely try to pace yourself and take your time with the responsibilities that you have, or the amount of stuff that you put onto your plate in this new chapter of success. Feels positive though. I want to clarify that Knight of Wands though. I don't know why. I feel like there's something about that. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you tell me more about this Knight of Wands? Thank you. Let me see. King of Swords. We have another king. There's a lot of masculine energy. Somebody that's very logical, very attracted to you. but they're hiding their feelings potentially. Which, with the King of Swords, yeah, he kind of does hide his feelings. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. Eight of Swords again. Sometimes they're just like, there's just like that one card that just keeps showing up and over again in the reading. Interesting. So this King of Swords is not the most confident, potentially. But like maybe they have a burst of confidence with that Knight of Wands energy that they're embodying. I want to see what's underneath the Eight of Swords. The Judgment card. What is up with these repeating energies? Okay, and now as I'm putting the Eight of Swords back, the Judgment card wants to lift up, and let's see. Two of Cups underneath that. Okay. Holy moly. You have three different energies that are attached to you and like want to come towards you. And it feels like they all have emotions for you that they want to express. This King of Swords could feel like you're even like a soulmate. And they feel like you may return the feelings that they feel for you. They could feel like Spirit put you on their path for a reason. But I think maybe they overthink because maybe they're kind of concerned about how you're going to judge them if they come towards you. Especially if they maybe share how deeply they feel. They may feel like they're going to scare you off by doing that. And so maybe they overthink to the point of not acting. Maybe they let their fear control them too, because that Moon card did come out with that Knight of Wands, which is the energy that this King of Swords is embodying when they're coming towards you. So it's like they want to come towards you, and you know, fairly quickly with that Knight of Wands. That's a pretty quick moving knight. But maybe they're doing it in secrecy because it is the moon that came out with that. Or maybe their fears are holding them back in some way. The unknown. I feel like they don't know how you're going to react to them. It is possible, I guess, that this could be somebody from your past. Especially if they don't know how you're going to react to them coming forward. And what was that? That Two of Cups. Maybe there was a point where the two of you shared feelings for one another. And it would make sense why this King of Swords would like overthink to the point of inaction, because it's almost like, well, the King of Swords is a very logical person. And so if they can't rationalize it in their mind, then they may not act, because it's like, it feels almost like they're gonna like, I don't even know what it's called. What is it called? Like this is somebody that may calculate the percentage of the likeliness that you will. It's like they're trying to figure out like, what is it called? For lack of a better term, they're trying to figure out the percentage that would indicate the likeliness of you approving of them. And then the other percentage would be of you not approving of them if they come towards you. And maybe the percentage that they came up with in their mind for you approving of them is lower than the other percentage. That's kind of the energy I get from this person. Like this person literally overthinks to the point of inaction, I feel. But they might have a burst of energy with that Knight of Wands. And maybe it is. Maybe it is like sort of triggered by seeing you celebrating something or experiencing an accomplishment in your life. Maybe they get like a burst of energy from that and they're like, well, now's my time to come in. Very interesting energy in this reading. Wow. Okay. Let's go into the Hanged Man. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for the Hanged Man when it comes to exciting new things taking place for the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay. Clarifying the Hanged Man, we have the Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, the Emperor, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. What an interesting energy. I swear, if this is the fourth person that has feelings for you. What the heck? What is going on in your energy? Well, I feel like because this is all clarifying the Hanged Man, this feels like somebody's energy that's attached to you that may have gone through something recently, but they learned some sort of lesson from it and they're seeing things very differently. With the Page of Cups, they would like to express their feelings to you. That Ace of Pentacles would indicate a new beginning that they may offer you to build together. But then there's that Nine of Wands, which is feeling guarded or hesitant. This could be somebody very new because of that Page of Cups. Somebody that maybe the both of you don't really know each other that well, but they are interested in exploring something romantic potentially. And it's also very odd that we have the Nine of Wands, the Emperor, and the Five of Pentacles, because it's almost like somebody that's very confident but sandwiched in between two less confident energies. It could be somebody that, but the thing is, in order to embody the Emperor, you would have to be fairly confident in yourself. And you wouldn't typically let the past affect you that much. The Ten of Wands, it could be that this is somebody with a lot of responsibilities. You know, all of these people are showing up in sort of boss energies. Like they all seem very powerful in their own right and like they have something to offer in terms of like when it comes to building stability with them. I want to see what's underneath that Ten of Wands. Three of Swords. Yeah, I mean, that Nine of Wands there definitely indicates that they have been hurt. But then with the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands, it's like maybe they're carrying their past pain with them still. I want to see what's underneath the Three of Swords. Nine of Cups. They could see you as a wish fulfillment. And because they see you as a wish fulfillment, that would make them very happy. they may think it's worth it to overcome those past pains and maybe put down that burden of the past. But that Five of Pentacles, though. I mean, it is possible that maybe this person's experiencing some sort of like bad health, or maybe they feel like out in the cold when it comes to a connection with you. They could be feeling like maybe they're on the outside of your life looking in and they would like to change that. Yeah, let's clarify that Five of Pentacles. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that Five of Pentacles for us? Please and thank you. What is that Five of Pentacles trying to tell us? Please and thank you. Oh. Clarification, please. Thank you, sir. Okay. Okay, that wants to come out too. Well, okay. So that Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Fool card, the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. So, I mean, the Fool card is definitely indicating that this person clearly wants a new beginning, and they would be kind of ecstatic if that were to take place here. And that Four of Swords indicates that they thought long and hard about this. So maybe they are trying to overcome like any insecurities that they may have, and it could very well be that they want to change the dynamic between the two of you. If they haven't made their feelings known, maybe if you aren't super aware of them or their feelings for you or stuff like that, they could definitely be wanting to change that. And it, you know, the Fool card would definitely indicate that for sure. They could also be coming out of a time of doubt and darkness, potentially like mental fog or darkness inside of them, and coming into a time of more hope, positivity, and brightness. You could also help them feel like more positive, or maybe you help this person to think more positively. Yeah, and it's like interesting, the image I'm getting in my mind. It's almost like if they start out on the outside of this church, if you can see it, I don't know which way is the best way to show you. Like on the outside looking in, and then the Fool comes in to come inside of the church, because like you can see a stained glass window in the background of this card, and you can also see a stained glass window in the back of this card. So it's almost like, yeah, they want to come inside and cross some sort of threshold, or yeah, they definitely want to change things so that they can not just be on the outside looking in. They want to come in and be a part of your life. But that Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck, I feel like that could indicate that you do have some sort of past with this person. I mean, it is possible that this could just be indicating depression, and maybe that's what the Five of Pentacles is also referring to, is like maybe they have mental health difficulties, and this time of year it's very common. So it wouldn't surprise me if they maybe struggle with depression or thoughts of doubt, or maybe pessimistic thinking. But it could also indicate that something between the two of you didn't work out in the past, and they felt really hurt about that or sad. But then again, it could also be like maybe they feel sad that they're not a part of your life, or they feel like they may have missed out on an opportunity with you. Yeah, let's see what's underneath that. Five of Cups. Ace of Cups. So yeah, this is somebody that really does have feelings for you. That's insane. We got so many people here that are interested in you and wanting to come towards you. I mean, with the Emperor, it could indicate that, because the Emperor can be the combination of all the kings, and we have 3 kings in here. So it is possible that all 3 of these kings could be representing the Emperor, potentially. Like maybe all 3 of these is showing like different parts of this Emperor person. But on the other hand, it could just be a 4th person and you're just very popular during this time. Also, I'm just now realizing with the Emperor in the background, there's like more yellowish sunshine, almost to indicate, I think it's supposed to indicate a sunset, but in my mind it's indicating a sunrise. And like the Fool card could be indicating like when that sun rises, like a new beginning can start. So this could definitely be somebody that was in a funk of some sort, but they're shaking themselves out of it, or they're moving themselves out of that way of thinking, or maybe they're getting maybe professional help for some sort of mental health difficulty that they've been going through. It's somebody that's very powerful and somebody that's really well respected in their community. They definitely mean business if they're showing up in that Emperor energy. I'm curious what's underneath that Ace of Cups. The Judgment, oh my gosh. Yeah, so since the Judgment card keeps coming up repeatedly, and there were other cards too that were coming up pretty repeatedly, it could be possible that this Emperor could be like those earlier signs where the Judgment card was showing up at the bottom of the deck. It could be that those signs or those kings were just embodying different parts of this Emperor. And you know, people are complex, so it could definitely be just showing different parts of this person's personality. And maybe in certain moments they're more embodying King of Wands energy, in certain moments they're more King of Swords, or what have you. So it is possible that it's just one person here, or maybe 2 people, because I do feel like that King of Cups might be a separate person. But maybe not. So since that Judgment card is underneath that Ace of Cups, it's like they're realizing that something needs to change in order for this to work out and for them to be able to express how they're feeling about you. But still, that Five of Cups, I feel like there's some sort of message with that Five of Cups that I'm not quite getting. You know, I'm going to take out that Five of Cups and clarify it, I think. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that Five of Cups for us? Please and thank you. In relation to the Emperor. Please and thank you. Five of Cups clarified by Page of Swords in the reverse and Three of Cups in the reverse. This is what's making me think that they may be moving out of a more difficult time, maybe mental health wise. Especially because with the Page of Swords in the reverse, like upright, the Page of Swords is more of an observer, somebody that's maybe a little bit too shy to actually come forward and express anything. But in the reverse, it's almost like, to me, it's coming across like they want to give that up, you know? Just sitting back and observing, like they really want to act now. And then with that Three of Cups in the reverse, it is possible. Actually, I'm getting two different messages with the Three of Cups in the reverse, because I'm getting like, maybe if you do know this person, maybe it's been a while since you two hung out together and had some good times together. And maybe they think fondly on the memories that they do have with you, and they wish that there could be more of that. But then the other thing is, like, it could potentially be indicating some sort of third party that they are moving away from. If that was a complication in this situation. I mean, it also could be that Three of Cups in the reverse in relation to the Five of Cups. It could be that they almost like fear that you wouldn't like them that much, or that you wouldn't have a good time with them, or maybe they fear that they're not fun enough for you, or that you wouldn't like them in some way. And maybe it's because of their mental health issues or difficulties. There's a little fly flying around. Yeah. It just attacked my face. Buzz off, dude. Get out of here. Yeah, maybe that has something to do with it. Like, maybe they do battle with their insecurities because of their mental health. That could be very well an issue here. Also, it's interesting that bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. We had that earlier. I think that was the King of Wands that showed up with. And so, again, it could be that these are one and the same person. This King of Wands is the Emperor, potentially. And again, people are complex, so, you know, maybe during certain times they're more King of Wands. Certain times maybe they're, you know, more Emperor mode, like boss mode, and they're just overcoming their difficulties. But with the context of this Five of Cups, and maybe some sort of insecurities and maybe depression or some sort of mental difficulties, the Eight of Pentacles could be indicating that they're working on that, like actively working through that, so that they can come towards you in maybe more confident energy. Yeah, they could be receiving professional help for like their mental health. And maybe they're figuring out coping skills, like healthier ways to cope with their mental health. I want to see what's underneath that. The Eight of Swords. Oh my gosh. This Eight of Swords we cannot get rid of. This keeps popping up. Let's see what's underneath the Eight of Swords. Oh, the Queen of Cups. Actually, that kind of makes sense. Because if that King of Cups is a different person, and I was picking up earlier that this King of Wands doesn't feel as confident as that King of Cups, and or like doesn't feel good enough, or doesn't feel like they compare to that person. And so Um, that Queen of Cups could be indicating that they may see the collective as somebody that's more compatible with the King of Cups rather than themselves, the Emperor / maybe King of Wands. I'm feeling like this King of Wands and this Emperor could be one in the same person here. And so that thought, that feeling that you may be more compatible with somebody else is causing them to overthink. But with that Eight of Pentacles, they could be trying very hard to overcome these thoughts, these negative ways of thinking, these pessimistic thoughts, pessimistic mindsets. Because, yeah, it's almost like they're maybe realizing that they're talking themselves out of something before they even give themselves a proper fighting chance, you know? It's like somebody that has big dreams, but they're not pursuing those dreams because they talk themselves out of it before they even give themselves the chance to try. And maybe this person is finally realizing, like, wait, what am I doing here? I'm just keeping myself in this cycle. I'm not feeling happier. I'm feeling pretty bummed out, and maybe I need to change my ways of thinking. Find healthier coping skills. Yeah, I actually really like that, because it's like, yeah, this person is really trying to switch things around to be a better person for you so that they can actually have the confidence to move towards you. And so that they can show up in the sort of like the right kind of energy when they do come towards you. With this Three of Wands here, somebody could be waiting for like the right moment to come towards you to express things. I want to see what's underneath that. Three. The Sun card. Wow. So it's like, on the traditional Three of Wands, there's like a person with 3 wands, obviously. I probably didn't need to say that part, but they're like looking out at the ocean, and they're like, you know, it's usually representing like their ships coming in. And so with that sort of thought in mind, it's almost like they are seeing, like they're waiting for their ships to come in so that they can move towards their happiness, which is the collective. So yeah, maybe all of this is the same person, or maybe you have 2 people, maybe you have 3 people, or maybe you have 4 people. But somebody here is very determined to come in and make themselves known because you make them very happy. It definitely could be that Emperor, because that Fool card, the Sun always sticks out on that Fool card for me. But then again, we have under the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Sun card. And that was the part of the reading that the King of Swords showed up. So it could be indicating the King of Swords, or, like I said, it could just be that this Emperor is embodying both the King of Wands and the King of Swords energy, as well as the Emperor energy. Because I do feel like there is something about that King of Cups that feels separate. Because I feel like a sense of intimidation that this person feels when it comes to that King of Cups. And it could just simply be that King of Cups is way more either emotionally available or emotionally mature, and that could intimidate them because maybe this person's not super used to being super honest with their feelings, being super open with their feelings. And if they are in a position of power, or, you know, a boss in some way, they could feel like it's almost silly to express those types of things, or that it's unprofessional, or that it's weak, or whatever. They could build up like stories or narratives about expressing feelings that prevent them from doing that. And so when they see somebody else being very open with their feelings, expressing themselves to you with maybe little to no fear, this other person's feeling like, oh, I'm not that confident to do that. And it's so weird because it feels like this person is typically confident, but probably specifically in their career, is what I'm getting. Like they're more comfortable in some areas of life. And I feel like when it comes to their personal life, they feel more insecure. That is a very interesting reading. I'm going to break out the oracle now and see if that can just add any more details to this reading. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else do you have for the collective when it comes to this reading? These exciting new beginnings or exciting new things coming into your life. I can't remember what I said. Oh my. Anything else? Okay, that's like a lot, but we'll see. Anything else you wanna add to this reading? Okay, so that's like a whole stat. I'm gonna take it because maybe it's forming a story. This is quite a bit, but we'll see. Take the lead was the first one to pop out. Honestly, this could be like the Emperor realizing that they have to take the lead, especially if they're like, if a lot of these energies that showed up in this reading are representing the Emperor. It could be like, okay, I've thought about this long enough. I've considered everything long enough. Maybe it's time for me to actually take action here. But there's like also like a fireball in this person's hand. So it's like realizing that you have power, maybe influence. Like you can influence things, you can influence things way more powerfully than maybe you realized. So either that's talking to you or that's talking to this person. Also, you know what, now that I'm seeing it in this context, it could also just be that you're taking the lead in your own life in terms of your career or whatever you're working on here that is very aligned to what you're supposed to be doing. It could simply just be kind of giving you the thumbs up about taking the lead in your own life, like taking responsibility for your life, taking responsibility for what you want to achieve. Yeah, it could just be giving you the thumbs up there. Like, hey, that's the way to go. You're on the right track there. And also you're realizing your own power and potential there. Okay, and then we got a whole bunch of other ones. We have observe. I'm pretty sure that that's the Hanged Man. Which is funny because we had the Hanged Man earlier that we clarified. I feel like some of this is representing that Emperor energy. But not necessarily. It could definitely be your energy too. Could be referring to yourself as well. But yeah, like the Hanged Man is about like being in a tricky situation, but learning from it and seeing things from a different perspective, maybe having a more enlightened perspective. But again, that feels more like the Emperor energy when I'm saying that. So some of these cards could definitely be indicating what the Emperor is thinking. Crown chakra. Gaining wisdom from spirit, listening to those divine downloads that they're receiving. Could also be you. Maybe you're listening to that and that's guiding you down the proper path for you that you're going to have a lot of success with. Opportunity beckons. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. You know, you and this Emperor could definitely be mirroring each other in a lot of ways because, like, I can read these both ways for both your energy and them. Because when it comes to you going about your path and accomplishing the things that you want, you've realized the opportunity that it lays ahead of you. and like your whole future is just waiting to unfold for you, and you like have that sort of mindset about this. And then with the Emperor, they could be realizing like, if I don't act, I'm going to be missing an opportunity here that is maybe very important to me and worth pursuing. So yeah, both people here I feel like could be resonating with that energy. Release. Which this, I'm pretty sure that this is not the Judgment card, because I think the Judgment card was the one that we had like last reading, I think. And it was like shine or something, I think, because it was like, no, not shine, it was like, I don't remember. It was like something that I did not expect to be the Judgment card at all. But this kind of gives me that Judgment card energy, because this person's like shedding what they're wearing, and they're becoming more like enlightened and becoming rebirthed, renewed. But like release is a part of that process. And so for you, maybe you're shedding off your past self that had a lot of doubts about your potential. And then again, when it comes to this Emperor, maybe this Emperor is realizing like these mindsets, these ways of thinking, these ways of acting are not helpful, and I need to release them in order for something to actually take place here. Yeah. Okay. And then we have share the love. I feel like that's a reminder to stay open to love in all the forms that it could embody. It doesn't have to be specifically romance, but it could be. Also, maybe using your heart or being connected to your heart space is like important for the path that you're pursuing. Could definitely be possible. And in terms of that Emperor, you know, this person could definitely be realizing that I need to open up. I need to actually share my emotions and my feelings. Otherwise, nobody's going to know that I have those feelings in the first place. And, you know, if I don't try, then I'll never know, is kind of the energy I'm feeling with that. Healing begins. So, you know, we did have that star card earlier, and that can also indicate a lot of healing, spiritual healing. So maybe you are going through a healing process, and maybe you pursuing what you want to pursue or what you feel called to is healing for you. And in terms of the Emperor, could definitely be that the connection between the two of you could be very healing. The heart space is glowing here, so definitely could be related to romance, opening up to love. We have darkest fears, which that kind of feels like the Emperor, what they've kind of been going through. Maybe talking themselves out of doing things, expressing themselves, feeling really held back by their fears. And I think we also said that the King of Wands was sort of embodying that fearful energy. So yeah, it could definitely be that. And that King of Wands could also be the Emperor. So they're realizing that their fears are holding them back too much. And they realize that they have to shed those. They have to move past those, push through those even. Rest and reconsider was the last one that came out. Could definitely be indicating that you need to take a rest. Reconsider though. See, that doesn't really feel like your energy. That feels more so like the Emperor's energy. because it's like maybe the way that the emperor has been living is in a way that maybe they think is going to be fulfilling for them, but maybe ultimately doesn't feel that fulfilling for them. And so maybe spirit sort of directing them to maybe take some time to rest and maybe reconsider what they are doing in their life and how they are acting and how they're thinking. Also, kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Hermit card. And so maybe we had the Hermit earlier for the King of Wands. So again, that could be something that this Emperor slash King of Wands could be entering into a hermit phase where they can take some proper time to rest, be on their own, and truly consider things and think them through, and not just act out of a place of fear, but out of a place of what they truly desire out of life. Yeah. And then bottom of the deck, we have Seek. My mind is so totally drawing a blank when it comes to this one. I don't remember which one this one is. Okay. Well, actually, maybe this one is the Hermit. Seek. Because their eyes are closed, they're very meditative, open, like finding the answers within them. And what comes up maybe when they're most grounded, such as being in nature or just in their safe space, their tranquil, calm, serene space, and the answers that naturally arise through that. That could definitely be you. Maybe that's kind of what helped guide you down your path. And then again, that could also be indicating that Emperor energy, them finding those answers within themselves. And that kind of goes hand in hand with what I was just talking about with the rest and reconsider card. Taking that time out to truly be by yourself and truly think things out, feel things out for your highest good rather than, what you think is good or what people expect of you. I'm going to definitely take out the book and just double confirm these. Just to, because I'm also like pretty curious. The release card is Death. Okay. We like to see that because that's another card of transformation. Let's see. So, Observe is the Hanged Man, so that was good. What is the... Okay, it was the release card that we weren't sure about. Yeah, so that was the Death card. Cool. I want to see what this Seek one is. Ah, it was the Hermit. Ah, I love it. Love it when that happens. Ruby. All right, so I think that's a perfect place to start. And so I really hope that you liked this. I hope that it resonated. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. And if you like my readings and you'd like to see more, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you the next time that I upload. And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!